Okay, that's streaming from there. Let's check YouTube. No, I don't even have YouTube open. Now with the new thing, you can't just like click on dashboard and go to live directly. You have to go to this silly dashboard something other. The dashboard beta. Bleh. Then you have to go to live streaming. Yes, live, and my health is full. I'm just going to set this so I don't waste bandwidth. The preview is just going to stream as 1440p. Hello YouTube. This is a bit of a impromptu stream. I'm just testing out a new camera setup. So hi camera. Basically what I've done is I'm using this camera over a USB extension cord because I worked out that my crappy router's Wi-Fi kicks out if I use my cell phone as a webcam. It streams 720p video, so I would presume that it takes a lot of bandwidth, and unfortunately this TP-Link piece of junk just kind of kicks out. So we've got a choice. I can't afford a new webcam, and I can't afford a new router, so we can either use the current router with the old shitty webcam there, which I'm doing now, and see how things go. You'll also notice that I've got a new background, so things look a little bit more professional. It's not just black. I'm also had to forego, as you can see, I can't monitor what the chat is anymore, so I've got it set so that I can hear the chat when someone says something. Hopefully that's not a bad idea, but knowing my viewers, I don't think it'll be too bad. Nonetheless, I don't think too many people. It's a Friday today, so all of the big streamers are out streaming. I seriously doubt that I would be big enough for people to actually stream tonight, so I think I'm fine. I'm just going to go here and just turn the volume down a little bit. Okay. Still audio glitches. I figured out that how to fix that. I'll run a cable for line level audio. Don't expect much, unfortunately. We just have to kind of deal with it. So for tonight we'll play a little bit of Commander Keen and whatever else I feel like actually playing, because the last live stream I actually had it listed as playing and I didn't play it. Wow, how silly of me. But this is a very good test to see if there's any lag on my setup. So if you don't know Keen, if you even have like a few milliseconds lag, you can't do all of the moves. I mean, playing this on LCD screen is bad enough. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's not too bad for me. But so far, seems good. I also rescaled the video a little bit. Pixel sizes should be a little bit better. It's still not where it's supposed to be. The contrast isn't as high. I'll see if I can fix that. But we'll get to that. I'll fix that eventually. So yeah, let's see how many times I'm going to die in Keen. Hopefully not too many times. This is one of those games I just never finished. I always got to like a stage as a kid and then I kind of stopped. So you can... That was... I wanted to jump there. Jump didn't recognize in time. No, I think this was... You can actually fall down here. Yeah. Still remember some of the secrets. Sure, it's not all of them, but... You know, some of them I do know. But it's a fun game. I think it's held up to this day. I mean, lots of people played Mario Bros. I played Keen. This guy, it's not worth going for the risk. I've got enough lives, even though I wasted one. doing something really silly. Always felt sorry for him bouncing his head off things. If I remember correctly, there we go. There was a thing down here somewhere. There we go. I love these games. Back then they were limited, so they really had to be extremely creative. There we go, got my life back. Now let's get out of here, which is a bit of a trick. And like I said, I won't be able to see any stats or see how many people are viewing or anything like that, so yeah, I'm just going to have to wing it. But I like the 80s themed background. I mean, it's very metal. It reminds me of those. Did you see that? It just went straight through. Ooh. Bit of an oddity happening there. I died so many times at this section. But yeah, I love this game. Good, relaxing for a Friday, stressful Friday. Especially if you had a rough day. I had a fairly terrible day. We're busy with a transitional period at work, which how much of this can I actually talk about? Let's see, I can say that I had to say goodbye to a lot of people. And that's not something that's ever fun to do. Ah, Cat's here. He comes in just while I live stream, so that means I have to close the window. Sorry guys, give me a second. I have to close the window and give the cat some food. Luckily, wireless headset means you can still hear me, hopefully. For all of this, we'll see how much of this actually comes through. But there's the cat. He seems happy. Let's see if I can show you guys the kitty cat. Here's the kitty cat. So here's the cat. He's just like, no, I just want food. I came in late. I heard you playing a game, so I thought, what a good time to interrupt you. Okay, now get some food for me, please. There you go, cat's fed. And we had a viewer that just quit. Someone probably accidentally clicked on the stream. Nonetheless, let's return to the game. So if you can actually balance, so if you're on the one side of the ball thing, it actually stays, it goes that direction. If you center, it stays centered. Of course, if you've got your pogo stick out, he kind of doesn't. So he's an asshole like that. So I'm hoping we can at least get to the glacier sort of side. I can't remember the exact order to do this in. No, I'm not going to be speedrunning today. Because speedrunning this game is fairly pointless. Because there's people out there that can literally finish it in 2 minutes. Using a skip level glitch or something. Ah, I missed that. I can't believe I missed that. Let's see if I can still reach it. Yes, I can. So yeah, I've got a happy cat. He's going to start insisting that I go to bed just now, so that he can have his 10 seconds of cuddles. But that's just him. He kind of loves attention, you know. Like all cats do, I guess. So yeah, days like these are the sort of days I enjoy, just faffing about with some games. I mean, that's the best way to forget about your troubles, isn't it? Go to another world for a few minutes. Okay, where's this guy with the key that I always... Okay, there's the blue one. That's the next one down. I always suck at that guy. I always die like 20 times. At least I used to. Probably not so bad anymore. There's my extra life. You need every life you can get for the later levels. So this guy, he's got the weirdest pattern. Ah, made him a ton. This is actually one of those games that actually plays spectacularly well on keyboard. Although you would think that it's better played on a joystick, it's really not. It works best on a keyboard. I'm probably going to die on one of those spears or something. So you can actually like... Which side was it? I think it was this one. No, it's the next one. No. So I'm not going to take any chances with that guy. I'm just going to go down this way. See, so so anyone viewing this later on, tell me your story. Just tell me about the bad days you had, and if gaming helped. I mean, you're all merely gamers at the end of the day. The second one up, and then we reach this guy again. See, still can't swim. So here's the glacier levels. I honestly can't remember what was the best pattern to go and finish those in. So I'm just going to go down here. I can remember you had to do these temple things in a certain order. Some of these stages are just like epic. That disappearing one will just like suck up your lives, because the place will disappear and then you can't like cross into this. It'll phase out of existence. I can't remember which one here was the swimming. Are we going to do these or the ice? Let's go for one of the ice levels. Probably going to waste all my lives on this. So. Wasting lives. I think I remember this one. Yeah. Thanks for the waste of time. Ah! See, told you, wasting lives. Might as well, seeing as I didn't achieve anything. What I tell you, Cat is now upset that I'm playing games. I'm not giving him attention. Come, you can come sit on this chair next to me. There you go. Be a good cat. So demanding. But he knows he's loved. That's why. I don't like that idea too much. Just jumped off the chair. I remember this stage because if you fall, you're like completely and utterly Konski. Like here, see. Which direction was it that I was supposed to go on here? Up. And that just gets you your one pistol shot. That was completely and utterly useless. But it does show you that you need to go that way to get the blue, or to get the green diamond. Luckily no fall damage in this game unless you fall on something evil. That was a bad idea. Thanks for that. Okay, so there's the yellow one, stone. Need to be more careful. Okay, that's that one. This game still has that sixth sense of humor. There we go. Is that another life? Oh, doesn't sound like it. There's red. So red is right on top. There's the yellow key. Let's see if we can actually get to it. Hate those things. It's green. Kill him before he kills me. Thank you. That was yellow, right? Where was yellow again? I can't remember. We will puzzle it out. I think yellow was this on top here. There we go. It's red. Red was right at the bottom, wasn't it? Okay, let's go make our way down. Amazing how much they actually got into the game, considering how small this game actually is, size-wise. Where did you go? There you spawned. Oh, that's blue. Thanks for that. That sucks. Red. Where was the red key again? Wasn't red that... Okay, yeah, it's that awkward one that I was just at 2 seconds ago. You're the guy that leads to nowhere. We'll check that. Yes. This just shows you where the key was. Let's see. The scoreboard is actually my enemy right now because I can't see the platforms due to the scoreboard. Okay, you know. And that just brings me down to here again. Luckily there's no time limit in the games, but it does make for a terribly boring live stream if I just sit and faff about, don't achieve anything. That one there goes there. It's not quite the one I wanted. Or was it? See, there's stuff I haven't collected yet. There we go. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was the one on top here. Yeah, it is red. There's blue. And that's exactly where we want it to be. And just to be safe, I'm just going to go here. Still working. Live stream hasn't kicked out yet, which is awesome. But something will eventually. Ah! Like for instance that. Oh, don't look at the live stream. You'll kill yourself. Oh. There was something about this egg. Oh yeah, now I remember. They'll literally beat you up. Okay, so we found one. Don't look at live stream like I'm doing now. if I remember correctly. One of these was a dud. Which one was it? Oh, I hate these. The spears. Like, they sucked. Okay, it's a bad idea. Want me to go down here? And I remember that rock. No, it wasn't that one. Oh, those spiders. And yeah. Luckily no watchers, no one saw me do that. Ha ha ha. Cheat the system. What's this way? Oh, that's where the red and yellow is. Those rocks, man, they suck. If I remember correctly, yeah, there's death down there. I can't remember, to be honest. Could have been fine. I'm not taking any chances though. These are the more difficult levels to complete. See those rocks, I mean, and you can't shoot them. This is a waste of time. Don't you dare. See? Oh, I'll just waste a life there. It's not like I don't have a shortage of them. 13 at the moment. And I can always save scam or scum, whatever the young ones call it. Yeah, good game though. See, that looks like the exit, but why would there just be a door directly to the exit? So let's go and get the rest of the stuff first. So there's another door down there with another switch, so switch that on. I think there's a whole bunch of items down there. No, that just takes you to here, and then that takes you to that exit, which I don't quite want to do yet. I want to see what's down here first. I can remember that one of these was like a complete farce and you didn't have to do anything. Spiders. I do want those balls though. Balls are awesome. Give me those big red balls. Come on. Don't you dare kill me. Yeah, got killed by a spider. Awesome. The spiders are evil though. Completely and utterly evil. But at least now I know what direction to go. Sort of. No. Sorry Spidey, you voted out today. I ain't doing that. Flick the switch just because I can. So I guess you can probably... Ah, so you have to do it... Okay. I'm not going to, because it's probably just for a bonus or something. Yep. I'm not going to waste any more time here. I need to GTFO. Hey man, see we've got a comment. Hi Yvette, hey man, how are you doing? I've got this text to speech thing enabled, so that's the only way that I can like hear it when people are on the chat. But how are you doing man? How's everything going? Let's check. And yes, I'm save spamming, but what else can you do? I'm watching that rock. I ain't gonna fall for that twice. Ah, it was close. Awesome, man. Yeah, it's actually running quite well. It has been giving me some weird issues though, like every second time I'm trying to load Keen, it didn't want to load it for some reason. So got that sorted though. I think that's to do with the memory. It doesn't help if I'm talking and yeah. Hey, don't you dare. Those things. Oh, I love this game. Some awesome stuff. But boy, this thing is rock hard if you wanna just get the thing done. I remember there was a spot for that key. I just have to, you know, find it. Oh, there we go. Now I've got the yellow key, but I've got no idea where to stick it. Only place I haven't been yet is through the main portal at the end. So I guess I'll have to go there now. I really need to get a better text to speech though for rechat. This thing sounds terrible when you're talking. You can barely make it out. It's like it says your name and it's like completely normal EMM. So yeah, I'm just using normal everyday DOS EMM. Let's see that side. I need to be careful here because if I go too high, then the other guy. There we go. That's just evil. So you have to make that jump. Ooh, that's gonna be. Really, is this where I saved last? Oh my. No. Rock. This is where I started. Oh no, I was like one too late. Now I have to go deal with the rocks again. Yeah, I think the AI makes it a bit worse, the pronunciation. It's just weird, but you get better text-to-speech software. That I'll just try one of those. I'm just using like the normal Microsoft one, you know, the same one that good old Bonsai Buddy used. So you can imagine how that sounds. At least I'm being authentic, you know. How's the stream looking on your side? Is it going well? Especially picture quality. Yeah, and this one was just like done sporadically, but it's glad to have you here, man. I should really like try and do a scheduled one. I want to do like one once a Wednesday, every Wednesday, but I just haven't had time to sit down and iron out the bugs, which I did today. Okay, and I think the bugs more or less, we've got that sorted. Audio I'm still not happy with too much, but what can you do? There you go, got him. No problemo. So yeah, I think like every Wednesday I'll probably do a stream and it'll be on one of the computers. So I'll mix it up. Sometimes it'll be a 486 and sometimes something else, you know. Just try a bit of everything. And what's interesting is I'm actually streaming this on YouTube and I'm streaming it on Twitch simultaneously. Restream seems to have fixed their rubbish. Things are kind of working now. So I'm happy. That's good. There is a bug on the audio though, but I won't mention it if you say it's good. Basically I have to amplify it because the output of the ESS sound card on here is unamplified, so you have to like amplify it after the fact, which doesn't work out too good. Oh yeah, this is where you get the swimmability. There's gear to help you swim. in a tree tooth lake. It's in Miragia. Thanks, Your Highness. Now I have to get to Miragia. I can like waste a life, but yeah, I guess I'll just waste a life. Miragia, where was that? Wasn't this it? Oh, this is Desperia, something else. Yeah, nonetheless I'll do this one, even though this is like one of the levels I hate the most. Because disappearing tiles, and those things give me like panic attacks. I'm quite impressed by this upscaler. It actually does a phenomenally good job getting things to work on HDMI. I actually think that it might be quite useful if you want to run like a modern screen on a retro machine. There's been some people that's gotten CGA and EGA even to upscale properly on it, which to me, if it does that's absolutely amazing. Oh, that's why I hate this one. Oh no, you didn't make it past Miragia. That is the right place. I was in the right place all along. I did waste like two lives, but who cares? Got 11 more. And I'm not going to be streaming the whole night, so I don't mind wasting a few. And then we can play something different next time. The problem with streaming on Fridays is all of the big YouTubers stream on Fridays, so I'm not good enough to be one of those yet. So if I stream, then people are kind of log in and they watch like 2 seconds and then disconnect immediately, going, who is this guy? Can barely play the game. Come on. So gonna die down here. Yep. I absolutely hate these. No, I'm not actually using a SCART. I'm using it's VGA to HDMI. It's made by Sewell. It's called the Manta, and it upscales to 1080p. The problem is it upscales in widescreen format, so you have to like stretch it again afterwards. So that's why it's a little bit degraded. But other than that, it actually works. And what they did was, to get it working on CGA, is you just like literally take the RGB pinouts and connect it, and apparently that's good enough. That works. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed by it. So it works well. The best thing of all was I got it for like $14 because it was in brackets unboxed. So you basically go to the site, you pay it, use RMX Global Shopper to get it to South Africa. So the whole thing worked out under 500 Rand. And it just works. It doesn't have it. It's a newer version of it. There's an old version that has like a scaler that you have to constantly like reset and resync the signal. But on the new one, they actually remove the buttons. But I had a look at it as a newer firmware version, and the newer firmware version fixes that. There's my score here. I still have to come back here though to finish the stage, but at least now we can go and see that big fish thing. Scuba for life. So yeah. Oh, down to 0 watches. Oh, up to 2. That's something wrong with the counter. I can't see how many people are on Twitch though. Probably 0. Because I haven't heard any chats from Twitch side yet. But oh, I hate these. So you've got the tar level, which is filled with nope. Okay, let's go for broke. Let's go for the underwater level. Yeah, look, ideally I would love a OSSC, but oh my word, those things are so expensive. And this works. This works well. It doesn't have all of the fancy features, and it definitely does not render the video that great because of the scaling issue. But other than that, it does exactly what it says on the package. It just upscales. But I think if I like set the contrast a little bit higher and maybe mess with the sharpness or put a filter on it, I might be able to get it back to what it's supposed to look like. Oh god, I hate those guys. No you don't. Is it one up? Because you need it. Especially on this level. I love the oh, there is. I think it was derpfish, or it does actually have a name, and the problem is he's attracted to those little fish. So yeah. Derpfish, or was it dopefish or something of the sort? You should really know. Yeah, so this is actually the thing that I was waiting for so long, is just to get something that automatically scales and fixes the resolution, because my capture card at Ava Media, as soon as you have a resolution that changes on it, you have to go back into the recorder. Yeah, so basically you have to go into the recording software and then reset the source from VGA to HDMI, and then it'll suddenly work again. You said that you don't like the OSSCs because they don't have DVI. Yeah, that's true. That's a bit of an issue. The OSSCs as well, I think that they could be cheaper. I think if they just went and used a cheaper FPGA, I don't think they're using a full... Oh, it's dopefish. Okay, there we go. I knew it was something. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. I'm hoping that someone will take the OSSC, use a small FPGA, rip out the stuff that we don't use, and maybe just have DVI and native out on there. That'll be great. Although, this, if I can hack the firmware on this so it outputs 4x3, 640 by 480, because it actually has UART pins on there, so I can debug it and I can make it work. I must actually try that, because I want to see what it outputs over UART. Is it just like debugging information, or what's there? If I'm lucky, you can set it over UART, and then reprogramming it is not too difficult. No, you don't. No, you stay your distance. Stay your distance. So yeah, if I can get it to do that, then it literally would be the ultimate thing for Windows and DOS computers. And it's not too difficult just to hook up to a serial console and see what it does. I mean, why not be a programmer, but if it's Linux, it'll have the basic Linux commands. And what's nice about this is I'm running it through a VGA splitter, so there's, like, for me, no lag, none perceivable at all. And that's one of the reasons why I chose like Command Keen to play, because this game, any sort of lag, you'll know about it. It'll actually help if I remember the layout of this map. Okay, but I'm definitely on the right path, because this is getting harder every A little bit I go up, so this must be the right direction. There he is. I don't see any keys on here, so hopefully I can just like, oh wait, there's no, nothing in there. My imagination. No, there's something in there. Oh, well, whatever it is, I don't care. Up! So yeah, at least now I know the direction of what I should be going. Should have like saved scum there. But yeah. I'm fairly sure this isn't the optimal route anyway, so someone will probably message me and go, that's not the optimal route, you can take a better route. Skip the dope fish. Yeah, it's games back then didn't pull their punches. So yeah, I'm not going to be live streaming for much longer anyway. This was basically only a test. What I'll probably do is I'll finish this one off and then try and do one of the pyramids. Did you? Is it good? That's amazing, you can't understand a word that they said, but you still rescued him. There was one more wizard in there somewhere. I think the fire stage was where you got the stuff to do something. I seem to remember this place being important. Let's see, how long have I been streaming? 1 hour. I think that's alright. I'm going to try one more level. How much was it? Maybe I should just like get one for myself. Sorry. Maybe I should get one for myself and build a specific rig for it. Although I could probably get the PCB made, it's not too difficult, and I've got Yamaha YM something in stock. It was actually given to me by one of my subscribers, which is awesome. Really? That's awesome. No, I might get one. It just depends on the price. I'm fairly sure it'll be out of my budget. especially seeing as my budget at the moment is no budget. Until things stabilize at work. No, that's starting to become a theme, that until things stabilize at work. That's not too bad. Maybe something I'll pick up for December, Christmas bonus. Lost my concentration. I think I might actually just end it here. Let me give it one more go. If I die prematurely again, then I'm gonna end the stream. Or like that. That wasn't me touching it. That was me quite far away from it than the hitbox. Let's do something fun. So, Evert, seeing as you're here. Ooh, 8 months wait time. So I'm going to take my 80 bus clock and only divide it by 3. Which is extremely unstable. Generally a bad idea. But I want to show you something quickly. Which drive was it on? And 4 faster PCs. Now this is still with the Cirrus Logic card. So it's definitely not bad. It's not as fast as my other 386 486 hybrid, but this thing is pumping. The other one gets 21 FPS. But I think if I tweak it a lot more and I give it some TLC, I'll probably match it, because this is actually extremely slow motherboard, I've noticed. But yeah, I haven't optimized much. So 18.6. Definitely not bad. So it's with one of the first revisions of those Cirrus Logic cards. It's slow as can be. I'm fairly sure with this thing I should be able to push it to 2021. And then I should be able to push it a bit farther by actually working on my PC clock, IT PC clock. Definitely not bad. What was quit? There we go. But yeah, you do sacrifice stability. There was something that I wanted to play. So yeah, you probably saw the live stream where this thing actually runs Descent half playable with everything set to minimum, which is kind of cool. Oh, I wanted to try Fire and Ice. Was it on this one? This goes to F. What is FO3? Oh, this is Fists of Fury, I think it was. It is, but this one is troublesome. It has a problem with some pixels on the screen of some games. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I wouldn't swap this for S3 unless it's via local bus motherboard. Then I might actually consider running S3 via local bus card. They're fairly good. So let's see. Future Wars. I don't have Fire on Ice on these. But I did actually install it. That's a problem when you have way too many games installed. Actually finding the stuff that you want to play. Maybe it was on F. Well, we can do some Rise of the Triad. That's a fairly stressful game. Let's do that. Seeing as I can't find Fire and Ice. So you see those pixels that's freaking out. Ooh, I don't know. ATI rages and DOS is a terrible idea. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't want to get into a debate right now, but I've got my reservations on that. DOS especially, for DOS they're absolutely terrible, but you can see the problem that I've got on this specific card, and unfortunately there isn't much I can do. On the ESS, does it actually support it? Nope. I can do this Gen MIDI. Don't have it plugged in. That's my own stupidity. Because I had to unplug it for the upscaler to work. Pure nostalgia. But yeah, you can see the problem with this card and some of the pixels, but it's like literally one of the first Cirrus Logic, the 16-bit Cirrus Logic cards. It's not the 9.5 something something, it's actually 9.0 something something. So it has a lot of issues. But you can see there where it says like choose your difficulty, if you have a look there. Yeah, it is actually visible on the screen. It's a bit late now. But you see that, you see the corruption. This card isn't 100%. I'll get that fixed. And yes, it's not because my clock divider is set that high. Detail levels. That's already set too high. I could have sworn you can actually get it higher.
No, don't shoot!
Yeah, it's I think this card has bugs. Don't think it's a memory on the card though, because if you actually test the memory with something that's extremely resource hungry, like you play Doom, and that works fine. Just 1 or 2 games, you get exactly that problem. But as you can see, rots perfectly smooth. Lots of stuff happening on screen. It has absolutely no issues with it. yeah, I'm fairly happy, and I think that should actually be a nice little endpoint to stop the stream with. I'm going to try and edit that video because I need to recapture the new benchmarks if I swap this card out with a sync. That is, if it does actually make a big... That could be the DAC, you're right. But if it's a DAC, it should technically do that in more games, not just some of them. Unless it's got a scaling issue. But nonetheless, card's buggy, but this motherboard was picky. My other two sync cards works fine on the other hybrid system. On this system it absolutely refuses. Even the Sync 3000 that I had stuck it in could not care less. Didn't want to boot at all. Its chipset on this board is weird, but I love it for its quirks. I'm going to die here because I'm playing absolutely terrible. But I'm happy. I just want to get a rocket launcher somewhere. There we go. Is that drunken? No, that's just a bazooka. The sync cards I got, not yet. I still want to test those. And I'm going to be sending one of them to you. The other one I'm probably going to give away, and then the rest I'm going to hoard because they're... Well, I still don't believe that it's a rare card. Not in South Africa. There's just way too easy for me to find them. So yeah, there's like 6. So like 3 down. That gives me 3 left over to do something with. But yeah, you see, like for instance, I'm back at DOS, and now you see the ASCII art there. It's not getting the pixels confused with that. So I think it's just literally very early revision of the card, very buggy. I don't know. Syndicate plays well as well. What's the installer? Oof. No, that wasn't. That's actually the game. Yeah, this is the installer. So where did I install it to? But yeah, I'm just disappointed with that one bug. But you can see it here on Syndicate, for instance. Yet I was playing Keen, and Keen was absolutely fine. That's weird. Motherboard or video? I'm not sure if it's... could be. Could actually be. Video bias. And I'm first just going to test the thing. If it still does the same on one of the sync cards, I'll look into the motherboard and just see. But this motherboard does have some very weird quirks. But yeah, you can see the issues. I didn't save yet on this. But you get the idea, everything actually works flawlessly. Other than the crappy video card. Nonetheless. No video bias, yeah. I think that might help. Or will it? It's not doing it for the character set. So it's things that it's loading into memory on there, or the DAC or something, I don't know. But nonetheless, I'm just going to try another card and then just nail it out as being the card, and then I'll invest some time in getting that working. The other 386 486 hybrid that I've got as a Cirrus Logic 95 series, one of the last ones, and that runs fine. So I'm not too, how can I say, faffed about actually going through and getting this one fixed. And as you can see, I haven't really sat down and optimized this bias at all. I mean, I can go tighter timings for cache and that sort of stuff, and it'll get some speed from there. I want to get a maths coprocessor for it, but the local price is like $350 and the international price is cheaper, but it takes like 2 months to get here. And to be fair, there's nothing really I'm going to use it for. Although I want to experiment and just see on programming and just try and figure out if I can remove some of the math that's used in either Doom or Duke and move it over to coprocessor and just see if that makes a difference. But from my understanding, the coprocessors in a 386 is so slow. I have one somewhere, but I've got the VL Local Bus Western Digital, Diamond Speedstar something other, and it's a nice card. But once again, it's one of those that I want to use in a specific build. And even then, the S3 cards are so cheap, it's actually just worth just sticking in a S3 at that stage. I don't know. That's something that I still need to like figure out and puzzle out for myself. And as you can see, I didn't notice this, but that's actually the upscaler saying no signal. That's awesome. I really want to get that connected to UART and just see what it outputs. If it's a console, then maybe I might be able to just force it to output 640 by 480 or another integer resolution, so the actual pixels are the right shape. I really want to try that, because if that does it, if that works, there's no point in buying a OSSC for computers. It kind of completely negates it. I think the guys will be a bit upset if I release something like that. And because it's over UART, you can literally use like an Arduino at MegaChip, just solder to it, just to, when it gets power, wait 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and then send a serial command to it to do the changes that you want. Yeah, it is the Western Digital. The ISO version is as fast as it's saying ET4000. The VL bus is a bit slower, but it's a good card. And it's interesting to have a Western Digital card. I guess you can stick a Western Digital hard drive on there, just to like mess things around. Western Digital made NICs as well. That was ISO, if I remember correctly. I don't think they did chipsets, so you can literally build a Western Digital based Pentium, well, a 486, if I was going to go that route. Because I would want my VR local bus, and you can definitely get Western Digital IDE controllers. That was a thing back then. They were quite fast on the VR local bus. Or maybe Raid and SCSI. Western Digital did SCSI cards as well. Yeah, you can do a Western Digital build. That'll be interesting. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be rare to find the stuff. But anyway, I digress. I'm like already a little bit tired. It's like 10:26 the day from hell. But yeah, so I'm just gonna have to say, Evert, sorry, I'll have to chat to you again soon. But we should definitely like have that live chat or something at one stage. Now that I've got the setup working, we can Skype in, play a game, and chat live, and do commentary and chat about stuff. I think that'll work. That's not a bad idea. And I like the look of things. I still don't like that webcam. That webcam is terrible. I need to replace that. But Logitech is like $2 grand. I'll get there eventually. But I like the background. It's like very 80s sort of vibe for the live stream. It definitely looks like one of the flags that I would have hung in the early 90s, you know, metalhead, sort of in the background somewhere. Looks good. But anyway, cheerio, man. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for chatting. It's always nice chatting to you because both of us are into the same thing and we both like the same stuff. So, nonetheless, cheers, man.